Hello everybody, SSA here, aka Super Sunarashi, and earlier this week Pokémon UltraSun and UltraMoon were confirmed for the 3DS systems, and that means we are going to get new games at the end of this year, a new story in Alola, and it's what I said, a new story. It's going to be a retelling or a alternative storyline of the games. And with that, there is a possibility that there are going to be a lot of new features in the game. And I was thinking last night about what I would love to see in the new Pokémon UltraSun and UltraMoon games, and I thought I would just list the 5 most things I want in the upcoming Pokémon games, and decided to make a video about that. Now I do want to say, these are my opinions, these are 5 things I would like to see. You can disagree, you can have other opinions, but please let me know in the comment section below what you like to see in the upcoming Pokemon games, so that we can get a discussion started, because I like to hear about your opinion as well. So let's just dive into the 5 things I would like to see in Pokemon UltraSun and UltraMoon. So first off, what I like to see in the upcoming Pokemon UltraSun and UltraMoon games are the bug catching contest and or the Safari Zone. Now, for you guys who don't know, the bug catching contest is one of my favorite things Pokemon did in the game series as a whole. Started in Generation 2 and then of course in Heart Gold Soul Silver, the remakes of Generation 2. And the bug catching contest just brings a nostalgic feeling with me. I remember waking up at Saturday mornings just so that I can play in the bug catching contest to get that Scyther or Pinsir and try to win the bug catching contest at the same time to get that Sunstone to evolve my Gloom into a Blossom, because Blossom is my favorite grass Pokemon of all time. So it brings so much nostalgic feelings, and we really didn't have something like that besides the Safari Zone, of course, which was in the original game, and then we had some sort of Safari Zone style types like the Great March in Diamond and Pearl, and of course the Friend Safari in X and Y. Like, there are so many bug types in Alola, and I would just love to see them bringing back the bug catching contest and or the Safari Zone. I would really like to see the Safari Zone as well, because the Safari Zone is one of those places where you can just catch rare Pokemon you can't see everywhere else, and it's just one of the features I really like to see, because the Safari Zone was such a huge part of the original Pokemon games, and I'm kinda sad that we really haven't seen that in Sun and Moon yet. So hopefully in the Ultra Sun and Moon games we will get to see some sort of form of bug catching contest or the Safari Zone. I would be happy with either one of them. Both would be amazing, but either one of them I would be really happy if they implement that in the upcoming games. Number 2, what I would love to see in Pokemon UltraSun and UltraMoon are new Alolan forms. Now, for you guys who missed it out, they did say that in Pokemon UltraSun and UltraMoon we will get to catch Pokemon that weren't obtainable in the original Pokemon Sun and Moon games. For instance, I think Pachirisu wasn't catchable in Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I think the whole Weedle Beedrill line wasn't available as well. So we could have a possibility to catch those Pokemon in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And with that, there may be a possibility that they can bring new Alolan forms for several Pokemon that we haven't seen before. I know there was a rumor back when Sun and Moon was announced that we would get Alolan Nidoking and Nidoqueen, which would be fighting ground type. It could possibly be that we get to see Alolan forms like that in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And with that, I also hope that we get to see Alolan forms from Pokemon besides the Kanto region. And I think it would be an awesome, idea to bring the Johto Pokemon some shine and bring some Alolan forms to those, because with the release of Pokemon Gold and Silver for the Virtual Console, they are, aiming more towards Johto in these kinds of games, I think. And well, those are my assumptions. Don't go with my word on that. But I wouldn't be surprised if they focus more on Johto in these games, where they, focus more on Kanto in the original Pokemon Sun and Moon games. But in general, I would just love to see more Alolan forms, and the whole idea of Alolan forms, you know, evolution based on the environment of where they live. It's really, you know, interesting to follow and see what kind of Pokemon can evolve in the environmental state that they live in Alola, and I would like to see more examples of that in UltraSun and Ultra. Festival Plaza was a bad idea. There's nothing more else to say. Get rid of that, please. Festival Plaza is shit. What I also would like to see in Pokémon UltraSun and UltraMoon are the return of the Pokémon gyms. Yes, the trials were fun, but with them saying that Pokémon UltraSun and UltraMoon would have an alternative storyline, it would be the perfect way for them to implement Pokémon gyms in the Alolan region. And there was a picture of 8 places that was posted on 4chan, I believe, where you could see some of the areas in Alolan region that were quite empty, and could possibly be where they would build the Pokemon gyms in general. I don't know if this is true, I don't know if this is reliable, but in my opinion it would be amazing to see them bringing Pokemon gyms in the Alolan region. And with that will bring a total new story to the game as well. Instead of trials, you will have to, you know, do the same old thing you did in the previous games and collect gym badges. And maybe they can implant totem Pokemon as well, that for every time you obtain 2 gym badges, which would make sense because then every island will have 2 gyms, and there are 4 islands, so 2 times 4 is 8. So after 8 gym badges, that you have to battle the totem Pokemon of that island, and after that travel back to another island, then do 2 gym battles again, battle against another totem Pokemon, and at that way you can still collect the sea crystals as well and still have the new aspect of Pokemon gyms in Alola. So I don't know if that makes all sense. It makes much more sense in my head, but that is something I would really love to see. I mean, it's not something new because we have Pokemon gyms already in the previous games, but in Alola it would be a refreshing thing to have like a combination of trials and gym badges at the same time. So yeah, I would love to see gyms be available in Pokemon UltraSun and UltraMoon as well. And last, but certainly not least, the thing that I want to see as well in Pokémon UltraSun and UltraMoon are the return of different characters from the previous game in Alola. We had that in Pokémon Sun and Moon, where Red, Blue, and I think, yeah, Cynthia also, and Wally, they all made a return in Alola, and it would be amazing to see more people from the previous Pokemon game in Alola. For example, Ethan and Silver from Johto, from Generation 2, Dawn and maybe Professor Rowan from Sinnoh. We could see like maybe, you know, characters from X and Y, maybe other gym leaders or that kind of matter from Kanto that could make a return in Alola. I would love to see how certain characters from previous game grow up or, you know, change during those 20 years from Red and Blue to now. And it would also bring much more diversity in the battle tree to battle with a total new roster of characters from the previous games. And I don't know, I would love to see like Silver back, because we haven't seen Silver in a long while, and maybe Giovanni. There are so many characters from the Pokemon games, from the franchise, that we haven't seen in a long while, and I would really love to see some of those characters in Alola. Another example, N. I would be amazed if we can see N from Black and White in Alola and how he changed during the last couple of years. That was being an amazing thing to see. We were all freaked out when we saw Red and Blue appeared in Sun and Moon. And we will have the same shock factor if we see some of the characters I mentioned before in Alola again. And that is something I would really love to see. Those are the 5 things I really like to see in Pokemon UltraSun and UltraMoon. Again, these are my opinions, my stuff I would like to see in UltraSun and Moon. And now maybe you have some different type of things you would like to see in UltraSun and Moon, and I would highly suggest you will leave them down in the comment section below, because I would love to read all of your suggestions and comment on them so that we can start a discussion. Because with Pokemon UltraSun and UltraMoon, there is going to be a lot of speculation this summer again of what these games are going to bring, and I would love to meddle in with the discussions that are going to get, because each time a new Pokemon game is released, I'm getting tingly inside and just hyped with the idea that could possibly bring us with the new games, if that makes any sense. But that is going to be all for this video. I would really like to thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, share this video with others, and slash that subscribe button down below. I would sincerely appreciate that. And while you're at it, click that bell icon down below, because then you get notified every time I upload a new video, and that way I can reach you sooner, and that is sincerely appreciated. But with that, I'm going to end this video right off here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.